groundbreaking, trend-setting, and gleefully gory, but mentally taxing isn't one of them. In fact, most installments in this legendary franchise have been a bit mindless. You're a guy with a gun, the game puts Nazis on the other end of it, and you click until they get dead and move on to the next batch. Fortunately, Wolfenstein: The New Order is doing something different to separate itself from other shooters and its predecessors. For those of you looking to change up your approach to FPS games, Wolfenstein is more than happy to embrace stealth as well as brute force. Where stealth in other shooters tends to be pushed into individual missions or somewhat disregarded, The New Order is doing a good job of incorporating it as much more than just stealth for stealth's sake. The Nazis don't automatically know where you are, which gives you the opportunity to sneak up behind them for a silent takedown. Weapons like the pistol can also be customized to fit a silencer if you want to continue the stealthy approach at range. On top of that, one of the game's more interesting features is the inclusion of unlockable perks and abilities for flexing your stealth skills, including knife throwing and silent shot, which are pretty self-explanatory. Another way that The New Order is separating itself from other shooters is in its level design. Unlike some typical FPS levels, Wolfenstein is keeping things interesting by making its world far more open and explorable. Outside of the A to B path through the game's levels, you'll also be able to find secrets and alternative routes if you choose to look for them. This goes hand in hand with the stealth approach and allows you to turn a game where you can shoot your way through with dual machine guns to one where you can stop, think, and plan ahead. In what is a welcome change of pace for games of this genre, health doesn't actually regenerate. This means you can no longer rely on the completely irrational occurrence of ducking behind a chest-high wall for 15 seconds and recovering to full health. Instead, Wolfenstein is bringing on the med kits, which you'll need to be sussing out in every corner of those big open levels if you want to stay alive. That and, well, actually try not to get shot, obviously. The Nazis themselves offer a little reprieve as you can pick up their armor after you shoot them. Just make sure they're actually dead first. Whilst good AI in shooters isn't exactly an unfamiliar thing, The New Order does a really good job of implementing the feature and integrating it into its contextual hierarchy. This one's probably easier to illustrate than it is to explain. Say you're cracking into an infiltration and trying to keep it stealthy. If you kill a Nazi commander, then as a result it will prevent alarms from being sounded and keep extra Nazi reinforcements from spawning. The enemy hierarchy is an interesting addition which extends to more than just this instance and makes your approach to a level a little more tactically demanding than you would traditionally expect it to be. Whether you're a fan of FPS games or not, it's great to see Wolfenstein: The New Order trying to do something different. With similarities and clones abound in the genre and between modern games, it's refreshing to see a game that's trying to set itself apart. Last week on The Gist, I talked to you guys about Mario Kart 8, and here's what you thought of the game. Bruno BRS wanted to add, I think you should have mentioned the fact that you can get a second game for free if you register Mario Kart 8 on Club Nintendo by July. That's a pretty big incentive to buy one, and one that could be better advertised. That is certainly worth a mention. While some of you were annoyed that this one is still a Wii U exclusive, MRL Eat Dirt said, when I saw the Nintendo Direct from Mario Kart, I was suddenly convinced to buy a Wii U. I got the Wind Waker bundle now, and this console is awesome. The gamepad is much lighter and more comfortable than I thought. As for the chance to finally show that blue shell what for, Mia Chong echoed many of our thoughts by saying, I can't wait to use the new horn item to block a blue shell. It will be the single greatest moment for any kart veteran. Years of progress, and now here we are. That is it from me today. Please continue to leave me your thoughts in that commenting section down below, and I will see you next week.